Turning now to Storm Watch 12 meteorologist Josh Colbert this morning, keeping an eye on another high impact weather day ahead of us. And we're definitely seeing more color on that map when it comes to wind gusts than we were yesterday morning.
Yeah, that is because the storm system has gotten a little bit closer. So that means that the wind gusts have gotten a little bit faster and stronger. So earlier this morning, we were seeing wind gusts upwards of 50 to 60 miles per hour for Gold Beach, also at the Weed Municipal Airport. So we're going to continue to track these wind gusts all throughout the morning. And through Friday morning, we could have winds gusting upwards of 70 miles per hour for the coastline and for the Shasta Valley, even getting up to 50 miles per hour for the Rogue Valley. Now, we think the fastest wind speeds are going to occur today, primarily before dinner time, but still it's going to be very windy even into Friday. So we have this high wind warning in place for the coast and for the Shasta Valley. For the Shasta Valley, it goes until 10 on Friday morning. For the coast, it goes until 7 for this morning. And then for the Rogue Valley, we have this wind advisory that is in place until 4 in the morning on Friday morning. So a couple different areas that we're watching. And here is the culprit. It is this mid-latitude cyclone that is bringing this atmospheric river into northern California and into southern Oregon. Now, the primary impacts right now are in Josephine County and in Curry County, at least as it pertains to the rainfall. So we'll go ahead and we'll put this into motion with Stormcast. You can see that the atmospheric river, if anything, kind of retrogrades back to the coast and back to the Pacific waters, and it'll stay there throughout most of the day. Now, we can't rule out a few showers in our inland areas, but I think the bulk of the rain is going to stay there along the coast. But then finally, this atmospheric river will get kicked into some of our inland areas. So by the time we get to Friday morning, this is right around breakfast time, it is along into the west of the Cascades, and eventually it'll spread to the Cascades and over to the east. So it's going to be widespread rain, a little bit of snow, but mainly rain because snow levels are going to be so high into Friday. And then we have another storm system that we're tracking into Saturday. Here's some of those projected rainfall totals through Friday night, and the coast and coastal mountains will be the big winner. The runner-up will be the Mount Shasta City area. Then the Cascades will get the bronze medal. Just trace amounts for the east side and probably less than 1/10 of an inch for some of our west side valleys. Snow levels are going to be very elevated over the next couple of days, anywhere between 6,000 to 7,000 feet. So that's why we're expecting it to mainly be rainfall. But then on Friday night into Saturday morning, they start to drift down a little bit, and they will drift down even further into Saturday and even lower into Sunday. So here's some of these projected snowfall totals through Friday night. The bulk of this is going to fall late on Friday night, and then this doesn't account for what's going to fall on Saturday morning. But I mean, we could get a little bit of snow on some of our passes down in Siskiyou County, maybe trace amounts for the east side, maybe anywhere between 3 to 6 inches for the Cascades. So not super impressive snowfall totals, at least through Friday night, but that's going to change in a Saturday and Sunday as those snow levels get even lower, down to around 4,000 to 5,000 feet, dropping even lower than that for Monday and beyond. So for today, I think the bulk of the rain is going to be along the coast. We could even see some sunshine inland. There's a low-end chance of that. Winds will still be a big issue. And then for tonight, we can't rule out a few showers inland, but again, the bulk of the rainfall is going to be there along the coast. And then we are tracking another high impact event for Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. And I am teeter-tottering between upgrading Sunday to a high impact weather day as well, because snow levels will be down to around, I think earlier I said 4,000 to 5,000 feet, but I actually think 3,000 to 4,000 feet would be the better estimation for Sunday. So a lot to take in over the next 7 days. So that means there's going to be a lot of rain, a lot of wind gusts for the next 7 days for the coast, although I think the windiest day is probably going to be today. And then for Siskiyou County, we'll see a transition to rain. I think that's probably happened, but if it hasn't happened yet, it's going to happen soon. But then a transition back to snow starting on Sunday as snow levels start to descend. And then for the east side, we'll probably see that transition to snow happening late on Friday, then early into Saturday morning. Looks like we're going to go back and forth between rain and snow after that. More loads and loads and loads of snow for the Cascades and Siskiyous starting on Saturday, moving forward after that. And then for the Rogue Valley, nothing but rain over the next 7 days.
Okay, kind of settling into this pattern. If there was one part of our region that you were most concerned about today, where would it be?
I'd say it'd be a toss-up between the Shasta Valley and the coast, because earlier this morning at Weed at the airport, we saw wind gusts upwards of 60 miles per hour, and we saw some pretty comparable wind gusts in it was either Port Orford or Gold Beach. All the coastline's kind of the same. So coast, Shasta Valley, it's a dead heat.
Okay, and wind gusts a big concern this morning.
Yes, but just a quick little side note, look at the high temperature today for Medford.
I mean,
60 degrees.
if we could just take that windy off of there, I would be okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it drifts back down into the 40s for next week.
Super. Love that.
Short-lived.
Looking
Yeah.
forward to that. Thank you, Josh.
Of course.